Good afternoon or morning if you're on this side of the world. I hope you both and everyone's okay. What can I say? We are our own worst enemies. We really are. Just thankfully, it wasn't another humiliation up at St James's Park.
Yeah, I agree, man.
Brian, when you say we're our own worst enemies, is that to
Yeah,
do with like the lack of being clinical when we made so many kind of really good opportunities, or is that more to do with the fact that having done that, you feel like the mistake is made because of the high line we play?
it's both, Barnaby. When you look at it, the amount of chances we create, and because we haven't got a striker, there's no one to finish it. Some of the decision making where players should pass when they should shoot and shoot when they should pass is it happens time and time again. And
Yeah.
when you're away at a big six or a top club and you create these chances, you have to take them. You have to take them because they have the players that if they get one chance like they did, they will take advantage of our sloppiness. And we switched off, and it goes to show how badly we need Van de Ven. Van de Ven, people say, got done at Newcastle last time, but he makes a whole difference to the way we play. And Andrew's got to realise this now. These are his players. He's got to realise that there are teams that will counteract all the work we're doing, and we just got caught out twice. And you pay for it in this league, and you pay for it against Newcastle, and we've done it again.
Yeah, I agree. Can I ask you a question then? I hadn't thought about it. I think I mentioned it at the very top of the live watch along, but I'll ask you now, Brian. When Van de Ven went down against Everton last week, I thought that looked bad, and I thought it was a mistake to let him stay on the pitch. Is that something that we should, I try and support Ange quite a lot, but is that something where we should look at Ange and say, actually, for once, you got that wrong, mate, because I think we would have had enough to beat Everton anyway, and we could really have done with Mickey playing today, right?
Well, you look at it two ways, Barnaby. He did this against Aston Villa when we won 4-0 last season. Van de Ven came out after he injured in the first half, brought him on. He went off. Yeah. He was out against Fulham. With that injury, it did. When you see the photo, it looked bad. But then you think about it, how would he have made that massive run to set up Sonny against Everton injured, unless it was the adrenaline taking him over the line. But he's also done this, remember, with Porro a few times as well. Yeah. He's done this with Porro. He did it at Crystal Palace at home last season. He did it at Leicester. These things have got to be accounted for. I feel when you see a player, especially when they're vital, and especially when we've seen Ange Postecoglou himself say we need a left centre-back or need a left-sided player. Obviously, it didn't come. You have to protect Mickey, especially with 4 tournaments. Let's just, I don't know. I haven't heard if any of it has been said he's going to be out for a while or it's precautionary or whatever. But he is absolutely fundamentally important to the strategy of the way we play. And it gets caught out every time we don't have him.
So, Brian, sorry to cut you. Would you prefer to have saved Mickey for the Arsenal game? As opposed to playing him today, or would you prefer for him to play today and then maybe he can't play against Arsenal?
Yeah, listen, when you ask me that, anytime when the filth's involved, I'd rather him rest today and fit for the filth. So yeah, that you put it that way, Ash brother. I'm with you that if it had to be only if it's obviously precautionary, he could be out for longer. We could find out, but if it was play him today and risk him for Arsenal, or lose him today and have him ready for Arsenal, then it's the latter all the time.
Yeah, because that's what I read from the journalist Ali Gold, that it was more of a precautionary thing that he left Mickey Van de Ven back at home because they wanted him to be rested and well for other games.
Presumably he's in the Dutch squad, so he'll be going off and training a lot anyway. And who knows what will happen.
Well, no, I would say with that as well, Ash and Barnaby, if that's what he wants to do, that's why we need another left back. Because you could do that. Listen, Dragusin can come in there, but we all know he's better on the right. It's just gone to show a gaping hole that we avoided this transfer window and didn't look into getting over the line. But like I said, let's hope he's fit for Arsenal.
I thought, just trying to find some positives, I thought Dragusin, other than being a yard deep for the winner, I thought he played pretty well. And I thought, and I said this before the game, I did wonder whether maybe he should play on the right-hand side and Romero on the left. And that's kind of what happened. And he looked more comfortable there to me, Brian. I don't know if you agree.
Yeah. I mean, I think I was talking about this on, it might have even been my channel on Friday. It may have been better because obviously Romero's a better player. Put him there and make Dragusin more comfortable, or Dragusin. And I think that would have been the best thing. But let's just hope, because we can't do this for a prolonged time. Just say, right, you go here. And then the worst thing is if Romero gets injured or it's not good. But listen, it is what it is now till January, isn't it, when it comes to that? But I'm just disappointed that once again, we don't create our or don't. I'll give you an example. Brennan Johnson came on, and I'm sure he's getting loads of grief for things he's done wrong in the game. He came on, was alert to Pope's error, got the ball across for that goal. There was a moment when Son was running clean through and Johnson was bang open, and he went for the shot instead of passing it to the open man. Went off for a corner. Couple of crosses.
Sorry, Brian, just laughing because at the time when that happened, Ash was shouting, "Shoot, shoot!" and I was like, "Lay it to Brennan Johnson."
Yeah, listen. Let's face it. With Sonny, you think, you know what? If there's anyone you want to take on that shot, it would be Sonny. But Sonny does have this where he does sometimes pass when he should shoot when he passes. But if it's your star striker or your top finisher, you let it go. But there was a few other occasions, and then right at the end when Brennan Johnson whipped that ball right across the 6-yard box, a Solanke's there, a striker is there, and they're all trying to make space outside the 6-yard box. So the chances were created, and no one was there to take them. We did the Arsene Wenger, let's pass it 1,500 times around the box before taking a shot, and we've got to take these opportunities. I think I saw a stat: 32 attempts in the last 2 games. 1 goal, and obviously you can say 2 with the own goal, but let's say 1. You can't do that. You can't do that in the Premier League. You can't have 32 attempts away and not be clinical enough and expect to come away with 3 points. You just can't.
Yeah, that's in the Leicester game and the Newcastle game, the away games, isn't it? And what about? Are there any more positives to find at all, Brian? What did you think of? What do you think of like Odebear's performance? I thought he looked looked busy in the first half, but he was definitely tiring again in the second half. He
was, and do you know what I will say with him? If he had just gone for his head with that cross rather than then we're talking then we're 2-1 up, and then it's a different story. If there's one player that I did like the look of in the second half, and I was very critical of what he did behind the scenes, was Bissouma. Bissouma looked like he wanted to drag the game forward. He wanted to try and get things done. He's looking more like his old self. Let's just hope it continues. I think one thing we've got to look at as well, Andrew's got to look now at his substitutions that he's making, because brilliant he made one at half-time bringing Brennan on, but then Newcastle reacted immediately. When they were under the cosh, straight away, Jacob Murphy, who loves playing against us, then Tonali and Hall, and that midfield was rejuvenating. They just started overpowering our entire midfield. And I think he's got to look at making substitutions at more productive times for us. And again, we've said this with many managers, haven't we? We're very reactive, not proactive with substitutions. And it's not just Ange, it's been managers for a long time. But now, let's just hope over the international break, we can sort this out. If we play like this, like against Arsenal, and we don't take our chances, we're in big trouble. Big trouble against them lot. But thankfully, Declan Rice is out.
Yeah,
so that's a big positive.
I was saying to Ash earlier, I mean, the thing is that Arsenal, I think, will play. Well, they will come to the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium and play a similar way to Newcastle. They did last season. Just sit back and know that if they keep a clean sheet, they'll win the game.
Yeah, and that's worrying. That's very, very worrying. And then it'll be 1 win in 4, won't it? If the worst happens, and that's not a good start. And then unfortunately, I think the pressure is going to start getting rammed up on our manager, which I don't want it to. As I've said, if we keep going down the manager line of sacking them all the time, the man at the top gets away with it, and we just restart, rebuild, refresh, blah blah blah. So I hope the pressure doesn't come in, but most importantly, I hope we get the 3 points. But we see what happens after this international break now, don't we?
Yeah, Brian, mate, thanks so much for calling in. Try and enjoy your international break if you can, and we'll speak to you after the Arsenal game, I guess.
Speak to you later.